It's day 3 of the new league year, and the Broncos reportedly making a big splash, adding two-time Pro Bowl running back Melvin Gordon to an already explosive backfield with Philip Lindsay. I'm Phil Milani, social distancing here with Aric DiLalla.
Phil, where's your sweater?
Well, I decided to mix it up a little bit because I took some grief on Twitter saying that I was shopping at the Jim Nantz collection.
I think that's a compliment. I wouldn't let them get you down. I'm going to keep wearing mine.
That is a compliment. At least I still got my quarantine beard here.
That's true. I don't know if those comments were compliments, but you can take them that way.
Yes, they were.
Okay.
The people love the beard.
Uh-huh.
All right, enough about us, Aric. What do you think about the move the Broncos reportedly bringing in an explosive player here to be really a 1-2 punch with Philip Lindsay?
Yeah, I love it, Phil. We've seen moves the last couple days with the reported signing of Graham Glasgow. You've got Jarrell Casey, you've got AJ Boye, but this one I think changes the whole dynamic of the offense because Melvin Gordon, he's the type of player with the explosiveness you need to score points. And let's be real, Phil, the Broncos need to score more points. They need to be more explosive on offense. I think Gordon can get that done because if you look at him, he's not going to rush for 1,000 yards every year. That's not his game. But when you add in those receiving yards, and he does have a lot of catches every year, that's what makes him so dangerous because you can't just say, we're going to stop him between the tackles, or we're going to stop him when they pitch it out wide. You've got to be able to also stop him when they've got a swing route out of the backfield, or when he lines up in the slot. So for the Broncos and offensive coordinator Pat Shurmur, I think it just gives them a lot more options.
Yeah, he has 4 consecutive seasons with at least 41 receptions. And I agree with you, Aric. He's not just a running back. He's more of a playmaker. He does it in a variety of ways. He has 35 touchdowns over the last 3 years. That's good for 5th in the NFL over that period of time. And, there's a lot of people who might say, well, why are you paying big money for a running back? You're not supposed to do that in the NFL now. And to them, I would say he's not just a running back.
Yeah, of course. And I think if you look at it, you're also getting a guy that, hey, maybe he didn't have his greatest season last year. He missed 4 games as he held out, but he's made Pro Bowls, the 2 of the previous 3 seasons. So he's obviously a talented guy. He's a game changer. Certainly when the Broncos played them in, 2016, 2017, 2018, to me, I'm thinking, how did the Broncos stop Melvin Gordon? Now he's on their side. And when you combine him with Philip Lindsay, man, that's going to be a real issue for defensive coordinators.
Yeah, and that might be the other thing that a lot of people in Broncos country are saying is, okay, well, what does this mean about Philip Lindsay? He was a Pro Bowler 2 seasons ago. And to me, this is a great move for Philip Lindsay because when he had all that success in 2018, it came when he was more of that change of pace kind of running back.
Yeah, with Royce Freeman there when they were both rookies, I think you saw Philip a little bit more explosive. He had more explosive plays. His yards per carry were better. And, I think this is going to help Philip instead of having to take all those carries that he had this past year. Maybe they're able to split him a bit more evenly. We don't know exactly how that's going to work out yet, but I do think it's good news for Philip because, listen, when he's fresh and he hits that tackle and he gets to the second level, we're used to seeing him in 2018 break free for those 60-yard, 70-yard touchdowns. That didn't happen really last year, so hopefully this kind of changes that for the Broncos.
And this just another young weapon for the Broncos here and Drew Lock because now you talk about some of these people they're surrounding him with. Cortland Sutton just coming off of a Pro Bowl season. You're talking about Noah Fant coming off of a really good rookie season at tight end. And Aric, you expect the Broncos to, whether it's in free agency or in the draft, add another wide receiver. And slowly you're taking a look at this thing and the Broncos are going to have a pretty good offense next season.
Yeah, certainly on paper, it looks like they've got the talent, Phil. Obviously, you have to put it together, but what I like is they have options. 1 week you can focus on Noah Fant if there's a matchup there that you like. The next week you could focus on Melvin Gordon and Philip Lindsay. The next you go to Cortland Sutton, and whether it's a veteran wide receiver or a guy in the draft, maybe they can take advantage somehow. And what I also like is that Melvin Gordon is still pretty young. I mean, he's only going into his 6th year in the league. So what I think you're going to have is this core can all grow together. You can have Philip Lindsay and Drew Lock and Noah Fant and Melvin Gordon. They can mature together, at least for the next 2 years, reportedly, which is how long Gordon's deal is. So I think this is going to set up nicely for the Broncos. And Phil, to be honest, we have to see them score more points. So this is a good way to start doing that.
And we know with the way the league is and injuries, you got to have depth at every position. The Broncos now have plenty of depth at the running back position, reportedly signing two-time Pro Bowl running back Melvin Gordon away from an AFC West rival in the LA Chargers. He was a 15th overall pick in 2015 and now reportedly heading to the Broncos backfield. All right, that's going to do it for us. I'm Phil Milani. Social distancing with Aric DiLalla.